Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome to Mama Shmoo's Homeschool Reviews, where I share all things about homeschool here on my channel. Today's video I'm going to share with you guys our morning basket for the month of June. We're going to read these books the next few weeks. I got some from the library, which I'm really excited about. Our library finally opened up, and so they were able to get the books from me, and they put it out on a table, and I had to go get it. But I could not go in, which makes me mad because I love going into the library and choosing some of the books. But I was able to look at my 5-in-a-row list and pick out some of the books that I wanted to read with my kids for the month of June. And I'll share also with you guys our read out louds and a few workbooks and things that I would like to do with my kids in the next few weeks. My son, by the way, is going into 1st grade and my daughter is going into 3rd. So if you're new to my channel, that's the grades that they're going into. And I just picked out the curriculum, so I did a video on that. So if you've missed that, I will link them down below. This is for my son. He is learning to read. So this is just a really cool Starfall reader book that has like 15 books. He's in the middle row, so I'm not expecting for him to read this to me like every day because we're not really doing homeschool right now. This is just our time to take a break and hang out with their father when he gets off, and we're going to do a lot of packing. So it's not going to be like lots of school time, but I would love for him to read a few of these books. This is the Never Bored book. Never Bored Kid book that I did a flip through on a few days ago. So if you have not seen that flip through, it's a really good Evan Moore workbook. We love Evan Moore. There's just tons of like puzzles and drawing and crafts and all these things. Lots of animals and clowns and cats and all these fun little projects in here. And then I have their daily summer activity books. This is between grades 2 and 3, and then between K and 1. And then I also have my daughter's 1st through 2nd. So this seems a little simple for my son, so he is going to use, I think, my daughter's book that she didn't finish, and they're working on it together. She's kind of like teaching him, and they're doing their own thing with it, and if that's what they want to do, that's great. I don't have them do this every day. I want them to do it when they want to do it. So she's kind of like his teacher when he feels like it. And then this is just for him. And like I said, these are just whenever they want to. I'm not like requiring them to read a specific amount of time each day or do a worksheet every day. This is just for fun. And this is My Father's Dragon. This is a really good book that I got from Bookshark when my daughter used Bookshark in kindergarten. And I read this to her, I think, within a day or two. It's really, really fun. It's a very short read. My husband picked this up last night. I was like, let's read something instead of watch a movie again, because we've been watching lots of movies this summer, which is awesome, but it's just nice to cuddle up and listen to someone read, and I like that. So My Father's Dragon, he read a few chapters. My son, was a very small little toddler when I read this to my daughter, so I don't even think he remembers this. So we have all 3 of the books for the series, and I thought it would be fun to read this to him, and he really likes dragons, so this is what we're reading. And then also we're listening to the audiobook after, I can't remember, we just finished The Little Town in the Prairie, so whatever book comes after that we will be listening to on hoopla.com. So this is the basket of all of the great 5-in-a-row books. A couple of them are not 5-in-a-row, so I'll share those with you, but this is a book that we have in our home library. It's Blueberries for Sal, and this is by Robert McCloskey, and he is a very good author. So we also have one of his other books, Make Way for Ducklings. So what I like to do with 5-in-a-row books, I have their list that I just printed off, and then I go to the library and I put the books on hold that I want to read. And typically I feel like we do 5-in-a-row during the summer. I don't know why, but that's what happens. And so it's a really nice way to find out about more authors and get the kids excited about different books. We do read lots of chapter books, and I want to start reading way more picture books because my son, he's just now going into 1st grade. So, and my daughter too, she's in 3rd grade, but we love picture books at this house. So I like to read picture books in the summertime, I guess. So this is The Story About Ping, and this is a book based out of China. This is the story of Ferdinand, and this is, I think, based in Spain. So I really like the fact that all of these books are different cultures, different parts of the world. This one is Make Way for Ducklings. This is by Robert McCloskey. I think this is just based out of the United States, but it's a very good book. We really love it. I don't know if you've ever seen the inside of it. I'll show you. The pictures are just, I think it's brown and white. They're not black and white. but it's a really fun story about them trying to find a home for themselves, and we really like it a lot. This is also a really good book that I just found at a thrift store a few months ago before the pandemic. It's How to Make an Apple Pie and See the World. This is another 5-in-a-row book, and I like it because they go to several different countries to get different ingredients for their recipe for their apple pie, and then they have a recipe in the back of the book, so this is fun. This is not a 5-in-a-row book, but it is a really funny book. It's Too Many Lollipops by Robert Quackenbush, did I say that right? And this is probably made so long ago, but he keeps on getting hurt, and he keeps on calling the doctor, and the doctor keeps on telling him to eat a lollipop, and he eats so many lollipops, he gets sick, and the kids think it's hysterical. This is another one that's not in the 5-in-a-row, but I thought it was a very good book to read during these times. It's called We Are All Alike and We Are All Different, and it's written by elementary school kindergarten, and it's by Scholastic. So I wanted to share this with you guys because it's definitely a really good book to read for your kids during this time, explaining to them, like, we are all different, but we are all alike. And I like the way that this book is, laid out, and all the illustrations are done by the kids in the kindergarten, and I like all their pictures that they've taken. It's a very 90s or 80s sort of book, and I like that. It's really nostalgic looking. And this is a book that I got from my aunt who used to teach 1st and 2nd grade, I think. I'm not sure if she taught 1st or 2nd, but she read this book to her kids, and so now I'm reading it to my kids. This is a 5-in-a-row book that I'm excited to read about because my kids love flying and pilots and planes. The Glorious Flight. So this will be a really good book to read. Who Owns the Sun is another book that I have not read before, but I've heard good things about. And then another 5-in-a-row book called 3 Names. And this book, we've read half of it already during lunchtime a few days ago, and then we have to finish the rest. And it's about a dog on a prairie. So the kids love books about dogs. Anything with dogs, they love. This is a book that I read with my daughter probably a year and a half ago, A Pair of Red Clogs. And it's about a girl in Japan. So I love the fact, like I said, a lot of these books are from different countries, and I like that. And the authors and the illustrators are all really different. And I love the fact that they're learning about new authors and how they write, and just all of the fun illustrations in some of these books are so fun. So The Bee Tree, this is another one that I've been seeing in 5-in-a-row for years, and I've never picked it up, so I got it from the library. This one is recommended by Reading Rainbow, and this is Little Nino's Pizzeria. This is a 5-in-a-row book. So this book is very colorful. The artwork on this one is definitely different, and I just love my kids to experience different books, different authors and illustrators, like I said, and this one looks really, really fun. We love pizza. So also, by the way, Reading Rainbow is a really great program, which I'm sure a lot of you guys like me have watched it when you're kids. I absolutely loved it. I always got really excited to go to the library and get a book. So on Amazon, they have Reading Rainbow, the new edition, which is in the 90s. So if you guys have not showed your kids Reading Rainbow, you guys have to. It's really, really good. They did a good job with the new edition, or the new season of Reading Rainbow, and we had a fun time watching a few of them, so my kids are into it now. This is a new book, The Rag Coat. My mom has this in her house, and I think I never have borrowed it, but I want to read it. This one is The Duchess Bakes a Cake. It's written and illustrated by Virginia Call, so this one looks really interesting. And then this one is Lentil by Robert McCloskey, the same author that wrote Make Way for Ducklings, and this one, Blueberries for Sal. So we really like him, so I hope that this is a good book. This book, let me take it out so you guys can see it. It's a really big book. It's like a hardcover book. Same illustrations. This one looks like black and white, but it looks really, really fun. And it's a pretty long book. It kind of reminds me of the big Dr. Seuss books that you will get. So that one is going to be really fun to read because my kids love music, and I think it's about music. This is from PJ Library. It's a free subscription that you can sign up for if your family's Jewish, and they send you books about the Jewish feast and holidays and everything like that. So this one's from my daughter, Signs in the Well. And then my son got a book about Noah and the Ark, if I lived with Noah. So it's really, really neat. We'll try to read those. We get them in the mail every month. So this is just a very simple morning basket. And like I said, we're going to read it for a few weeks and have to return some of the books to the library. But I'm hoping we find some really good new books from the 5 in a row. And when I see it on Amazon and it's a good deal, I could grab it, or thriftbooks.com, or if I go to a consignment sale in the near future, fingers crossed, then I'll grab the ones that we really like. So I'm excited to read The Bee Tree. I'm very excited about that one. So let me know if you guys like any books from the 5 in a row curriculum, because I'm always looking for like a really good one. I like great picture books that you can read for a million times and the kids don't get bored of it. So let me know what your family likes, and I hope you guys have a good day. If you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you guys join our family here on Mama Shmoo's Homeschool Reviews. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.